So I cannot believe that this has finally happened, but I'm looking at something very special down here on the floor that just arrived in the mail. Listen, I don't normally film more than one video a day. Creativity takes time. I'm like, this is just too good. So I've already filmed 2 videos today, so my voice is gonna be a little hoarse. We're gonna be doing a 2-part unboxing. We've got a Coach unboxing, which we'll tackle first, and then a special Fendi unboxing, which we'll do second, obviously first, second. That's how these things work. So this happened on a random like Wednesday or Thursday night last week, and we're both just sitting on the couch discussing, things for YouTube, probably playing video games, watching YouTube, something multimedia related, and I just happened to be on eBay. And this is a bag that I had in my collection years ago that I foolishly sold. I'm like, oh my God, like lifelong regret. I kid you not, lifelong regret. I had a perfect, beautiful example of this bag and I foolishly sold it for a lot less than what it was worth. When I found this pop up, I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, so this was already a limited edition back in 2008. Now, if you've been around my channel for any amount of time, you probably already know what this is. Hats off to you. Kudos for paying attention. You get bonus points. But this bag came out in 2008 and it's part of my very favorite collection, the Bleecker collection, like pinnacle top tier Coach in my opinion, that and Legacy at the time, which is in part why I'm mad at the current direction of Coach. So if you've watched my recent like runway footage or like the fall 2024 collection, like I'm mad at Coach right now for a good reason. I come from the Reed Krakoff era, which is amazing, sublime, perfection. This bag back then retailed for $798 in 2008 at the peak of the housing crisis. And a lot of people forget this, but back then like Coach and LV prices overlapped quite a bit. Coach back then was just a whole other ballgame, and that's a video in and of itself. But when I saw this bag, immediately in cart, paid, and I cannot believe it happened. So it's here. It came from Japan in this very battered box. It has seen some things. It made the journey here safely. Before we dive in though, hey guys, my name's Caleb. I post luxury and lifestyle related content 3 times a week, so make sure you hit the subscribe button down below if this is something you're interested in. Consider joining the membership for more perks and access. The upcoming members only meetup, which is super exciting. I cannot wait. Let's just get to the meat and potatoes of this, and then I'll go into the deep dark story time. Trust me, there's a lot of drama, a lot of ups and downs to my collection. I won't say back to my collection because it's not the right color yet, but I was able to get my hands on another 2008 limited edition Bleecker XL tote. You're like, Caleb, don't you already have that in the mahogany colorway? You're not wrong. Kudos to you for being astute, paying attention, if you will. But when this came up, I had never even seen this color before. Like, there's an article on the Purse Forum from 2008, but the photo links are broken. And I don't even think this made it to the catalog. In the catalog, I think they showed the chambray that I used to have and then the sand colorway, or maybe it was just the mahogany in the sand. But I had never actually laid eyes on this colorway. This is the ink, which is like a really dark, murky, very, 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 very dark blue. Basically, with the suede Bleecker XL tote, you have the Bleecker horse and carriage here on the front. The Coach lozenge, it's kind of like painted in to look a little bit rustic. You have the huge Bleecker hang tag, which, hello, on all the bags behind me look absolutely phenomenal. Bleecker is like my ride or die favorite collection. I've said it. It has the Tattersall lining. It is fabulous. Now, on the bottom, you have 4 big metal feet, which on a big, delicious, floppy tote like this do absolutely nothing. But we love a foot moment anyway. The bottom is done in the Bleecker leather, which is a gorgeous vegetable tanned calfskin leather. And then I love it because here on the back, you have the Coach Creed, which is done, I'm like literally wrestling with this huge bag. But you have this Coach Creed stamped into the back leather of the pocket with this big ludicrous dog leash zipper pull. And I love this bag, you guys. Now listen, this is fully reversible. So you can either carry it with just the suede out, which is fabulous and how I plan to wear it. Thank you so much. Or you can flip this inside out and then it's literally this delicious Bleecker leather all over. It's like 2 bags for one. So at $798 original retail, I don't know what people were complaining about in '08. It's 2 bags in one. That's a steal, right? Now with this bag, you could wear this on the shoulder. The straps are long enough for someone of my frame. I carried my mahogany the other weekend on my shoulder. It was absolutely fabulous. Perfect for thrifting, wandering around the city, just doing anything you need to do. This is such a good tote, you guys. Now don't fall in love with it because I have 2 more colors I need to collect. I'm thinking at this point, gotta have them all. It's like Pokemon. So what I want to do next is I have 2 colors left I need to find. So there's the sand and then there's the chambray. Now listen, it's story time, you guys. Buckle up. Once upon a time, I had the chambray colorway. I was in college. I was a stupid, broke little college boy. I had the chambray, which I was working through. I was selling off all that Coach, Dooney and Burke, Michael Kors. Yes, I had some Michael Kors at the time. And I was working towards having just a collection of LV. I thought, LV is pinnacle. It is the best. It is everything. A lot to learn at the time. And I was selling everything off. I had so many gorgeous rare Coach pieces that I would pay a hefty penny for some of them. I had the Coach Bleecker XL tote. I had the signature stripe weekender bag. I had the Thompson weekender bag. I had the XL Lily from the Legacy collection. I had some top tier pinnacle pieces and I'm so mad at myself. I ended up selling it on like a Facebook group way back in the day for like $150. And for the life of me, I have gone through my Facebook Messenger so many times trying to figure out like who I sold it to so that way I could like enter like internet stalker mode, track them down and like say, hey, you got a good deal on it then, give me a good deal now, bestie, you owe me, if they still even have it. Like, it was, gosh, 12 years ago at this point. I could not find them for the life of me. And I still like, I periodically search, like I'll put in the style number 12377 Coach Suede XL Bleecker tote. I have several saved listings on eBay. Like if something were to pop up, I'd be notified, and literally nothing has popped up. I found this mahogany version. Gosh, I think I added that to my collection. Was it winter 22? Maybe 23. I ended up finding that on like Poshmark after just searching Coach style number. Came up. It's not in like peak Caleb Snell condition. There's a lot of like edge coating wear, which sadly with the Bleecker collection just happens to be part of the game. Like they use such thick edge coating on the raw leather that it just chips and cracks, and I wanted to send it off to Coach to get repaired. My new ink one, perfection. I'm gonna add all 4 colorways. I just need to find the chambray again, which I literally have not seen since I sold mine. Like this isn't something that you just like Google Coach Bleecker XL tote and find. Like you're gonna find other Bleecker totes, but not these bad boys. The Bleecker colorway just must not have been popular because I have not seen it since I sold mine. Now there is a sand colorway, and the sand, it showed up in the catalog different than I've seen online since. So in the catalog, it's the sand colorway, which is like a nice, rich, think of like the peanut suede right now at Coach, but better. Not hard to do, but better in the colorway. Think of that with like a red stamp. I think the stamp in the catalog was red here on the front of the bag, but then I've seen it afterwards with a brown stamp, more tone on tone. So I don't know if the red sand actually made it to, it was probably vermilion because they're doing a lot of vermilion colorways back then, but I haven't seen that colorway on the resale market. I've only seen like the tone on tone. And that one, like, listen, I'm desperate to have all 4, but not that desperate. Like this one was, she was done. She was retired. It was time to just let her float off to bag heaven. Like she was cooked. Like she'd been cooked. It was done. So those are the only 3 I've seen. I've seen this one pop up 2 or 3 times since I bought mine. Are they better than the one I have? Like would they be worth buying and swapping out with what I currently have? No, they're about the same, if not worse in a couple conditions. This is the absolute first time I've seen ink ever show up, and I check probably weekly, but I am so excited to finally have 2 Bleecker XL totes in my collection. So for my Bleecker collection, we've got my duffel in the, this is the small duffel that can go crossbody. In the bottle green, I still need to add the large duffel. We have Felicia down here, who is absolutely fabulous. She came in 2 colorways. I don't think they called it mahogany, but it was like a warm chestnutty brown. Maybe it was chestnut. She's fabulous. And then we of course have my large XL tote in mahogany and ink. And I am literally so excited to carry this out. This is gonna be perfect for like those like transitional months as we get into like cooler months. Mahogany is perfect for fall. Ink, that's gonna be my more into like winter bag. She's like my ski bestie, right? Like we're horseback riding in Aspen. I don't know what you do in the winter. You do you, but I have a full-on outfit plan for this bad boy, and it's gonna be fire. So I literally cannot wait. I still can't believe this is real. Like I'm pinching myself that I have 2 back in my collection. You're like, Caleb, how much did you pay for this incredibly rare bag? Well, that is the best part. I probably shouldn't tell you this because you're all gonna start searching for it yourself, and then I'm gonna get screwed and not be able to get my chambray. If you see a chambray pop up, let me know. I will literally take my card. I don't care how much it costs as long as it's in like mint condition. But I only paid I think they were asking like 160. I might have offered like 125, and they immediately accepted, shipped it off, and it's been a whirlwind. It's literally been like 3 days since I bought and paid for it. So I'm just so excited to get done with this video. I'm gonna condition it probably on a members live. We've been doing that a lot lately, members only lives, where I've been getting stuff in for a special project that I will announce later in about a month or so. It's gonna be a pretty big deal. I am so excited to share that with you guys, but I've been doing a lot of members lives lately. So if you want to do like a little bit more casual, like Caleb after hours, sounds like an OnlyFans. It's not, I promise you that, but it's a little bit more relaxed. Like we all just have fun, we share silly stories, and we work on things together. So that might be in a members live coming up in a couple of days, but We cannot focus on this because we have some Fendi to discover, and it's pretty good, not gonna lie. Let's switch gears though and do a cute little Fendi unboxing. Real talk, let's just be safe space, you and I. Let's heart to heart, if you will. I have been sleeping on Fendi this past year. I really have. Now, I used to be Fendi obsessed. I had 4 peekaboos, my .com. My peekaboos, you couldn't tell me nothing. I thought they were like the last word in luxury. Absolutely fabulous. They still are, by the way. I am sadly down to just 2 peekaboos and a .com, but I was like, you know what? We were in the city, as us suburbanites do from time to time. We'll take the train in, if you will, and do a little bit of a shopping or browsing excursion. And we popped into Fendi. Now, shame on me. That's why this is kind of a 2-part unboxing. I showed this in a vlog, and I didn't unbox it. It's just like been sitting in the back here up on my shelf in the background for the last few videos. So I'm like, you know what, Caleb, you should probably show people what you bought. And it was just a little something cute. I don't know, this was like my first time buying something brand new from in Fendi, like the Fendi boutique. And I was like, you know what, like we pop in a lot. Like the staff there is amazing. I ended up picking this up. It was my husband, actually. I think I had a questionable week, and I'm like, I just need a little bit of a pick-me-up. So that's where this little cutie came in at. And listen, guys, I was smitten at first sight. I'm like, I have to have it. You know, you got a rough week. You need a little bit of a pick me up. So that's what I did here. And I love this little box, by the way. I got my first Wrappy from Fendi. So this is absolutely fabulous. Now, I'm a full-on advocate for not altering your designer items, like cutting tags off and things, but what is with this Dead Sea Scroll here, this Walgreens receipt of a care tag attached to this poor thing? Like, what am I supposed to do with that? I will probably, don't judge me because I'm never going to sell this, snip it off, if you will. Like, not the vibe. Anyway, let's talk about the Wrappy. What's the Wrappy all about? What's it doing? Why is it here? So this Wrappy is the Dove Gray colorway. And what I loved about this is the front side, or the face of the fabric, features this beautiful play on a Roman statue. Now, it almost kind of gives you like the idea of like that it's just polka dot, but upon closer look, you can see that classical figure. And it kind of reminded me of my LV from the Fornasetti collection, that beautiful bandeau that I have. I love that. I would actually wrap my handle from my black Fendi peekaboo with it. This was kind of giving me that energy, but a little bit more updated, a little bit more modern, if you will, a little bit more, dare I say it, minimalist. I don't know, I'm just throwing out words at this point. I don't normally get excited about the backside of like a Twilly or a Wrappy, but like this one is actually super cute. So this is just done in a tonal, kind of a color block. It almost gives me Poochie energy. Like if you know, you know, like IYKYK, right? Like very mod, very mid-century, very fun and just free. And I did the Dove colorway, 2 reasons. I really liked the tonal kind of tan background, but I thought that this colorway would work really nice on whether that be my Fendi.com or either of my peekaboos, probably better on my blue peekaboo than the big beaded mystery. Oh no, that works. I'm wrong. That's a vibe. What am I saying? Everything's a vibe. Price-wise, you're like, Caleb, what does something like that cost? That's absolutely fabulous. Love that about you. Paid more for my Wrappy than that Coach Bleecker bag. It's $230, which, you know, you're kind of getting close to Hermès territory, but not everything can be Hermès. Now, I was very smitten with the pink colorway, but I thought of the 3 colors that would only work really well with like the beaded peekaboo. You guys have all seen my beaded peekaboo, right? Like that thing weighs a ton. They also have a blue colorway, but it's more like blue faces. I thought that the Dove Gray kind of gave a little bit more in the background with the grays and blues. And also, I just love the neutral tones here on the back. Like, this is going to be a fabulous scarf. And honestly, even on my Fendi.com, granted the handle is snakeskin, but I just thought like even this would be fabulous on, like, just wrap the handle or even just hang it from like one of these big rings. That's gonna be a moment. Listen, guys, I've slept on Fendi for a minute, but like the designs are getting really good again. I don't even know what they did differently, but like this past season, like the new peekaboos, the new soft baguette, like I'm gonna have to save up my money a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, Fendi new is a little pricey for me, but I'm loving like the new designs, and it's kind of helped me fall back in love with like my .coms, my peekaboos. These are fabulous bags, and they don't deserve to just sit in my closet and wait on me to carry them. Like they need to go out and about. So this is kind of going to help me get inspired to do that, and I am super excited. So let's work together. I'm going to show you how I'm going to wrap this on my peekaboo, and I think it's going to be a vibe. I think you're going to like it. So let's try wrapping this Wrappy on my blue peekaboo. So basically it's going to be like how I do my Hermès, and I do it very simply. Luckily with Hermès, you don't have a Walgreens receipt attached to the end, so we're gonna leave that for the other side. But I'm thinking I'll probably just do it in like my classic way. I don't like the little bow on both sides. I only like it on the one side. I'm very picky. I like things the way I like them. Leave me alone. But let's try, you know what, maybe we're gonna we're gonna try and work with this end first. So what I do is I feed it through the loop first. Let me just wrap this up. This is gonna end up getting cut off. I'm sorry guys, I can't leave all this on my poor bag. Anyway, we're gonna make this work. So what we do is first we feed it through the ring here that holds down the handle. And then typically, especially with my Hermès, I think this is a lot longer than a Twilly. So what we'll do is we'll just hold it up there, take this end, and then what you want to do is you want to wrap it around the Twilly, but you want to overlap each time. So we'll do one here. And I don't want to hear you down in the comments. I know this is going to be terrible because of this big tag, but I just can't bring myself to cut it off yet. I'm working on it. It's a process, you guys. Rome wasn't built in a night. Get it? Roman statues, cheese balls. Anyway, so as you're doing this, wrap it each round, overlap and tighten. Like you want to make sure that this isn't going to come undone in like the middle of a business meeting. Could you imagine that? Or walking down the street and then all of a sudden your Twilly just falls apart, or your Wrappy, excuse me. I need to retrain how I talk about this. But overall, I'm really liking it. Now, is this dove gray? Is it perfect for my blue made-to-order peekaboo? No, I think the pink would have been a little bit better, but I'm just loving like these natural tones, and especially with this peekaboo, my made-to-order just has like that jute canvas lining. So like these more like neutral tones will look really nice with that interior when you have it peekabooing open. All right, guys, now we're at the end. So what I normally do is I will take it and then knot it around itself. Now with this, you have two options. So you could either kind of do the knot and feature more of the Roman statue here, or for a little bit of a more color block, you could rotate this around and then feature more of those color blocks on the backside. Now, is this perfect? No. Like I said, we were contending with a very long Wrappy, and B, there's a lot of bulk here from that tag, but I just kind of like how it elevates it. And much like your Hermès bags, this is going to help keep your handle clean on your Fendi peekaboo. I think this would also look really nice over on the snake skin for my .com, especially if you don't want to like have snake skin. Like you don't always want it to show exotic when you're out and about. So I don't know. I just think it's super fun, super fabulous. That's what I'm talking about with like the interior. It's kind of like that canvas lining. Anyway, guys, I love it. And I'm super excited to play more with like Wrappies and bandeaus and Twillies. And I think it's a good way to add just like a little bit of personality or spice up a bag you haven't grabbed for in a while. Like this is going to add something fun. It's going to make me carry these bags too, which is going to be, I love it. I'm super happy with it. You know, shout out to my husband for encouraging me to just like treat yourself once in a while. Like I know here on the luxury channels, we do that a lot, but like sometimes you kind of need to treat yourself. Like after like a hard week, you know, it just kind of cheers you up a little bit. And it's just something fun to add. All right, guys. So that was a very random hodgepodge of a haul. We had some very old, very good top tier Coach. We had some Fendi, a new piece from Fendi, and that's just how we roll around here. I like a little bit of everything, and this was fun. So let me know down in the comments, do you love my new Bleecker? You better not be looking for one. Let me finish out all the colors before you buy one yourself, or you can buy an ink or a mahogany. Hands off sand and chambray. Those are mine. I will fight you for them. Or did you love the Wrappy on my peekaboo? Let me know down in the comments. What are your thoughts? And until next time, guys, stay safe, have fun. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.